Hello, wait a second. No, we got to play the music. All right, folks. Man, we had some great calls this morning. One very bad call. And I got to tell you, it is tough to come here sometimes because this ACHR is just killing me today. Everything else in my portfolio, killing it. One mistake with ACHR is not making me a happy camper. And I really don't want to be here, but I got to be here. All right. We'll talk about all the good stuff. Man, let's talk with CANO. CANO was awesome. Oh my gosh. Shorted this thing at 80 cents last night, 90 cents. Actually 92-cent average. We gave you a 50 to 75-cent target. I did cover some at 74 cents and then closed everything out at 52 cents, but I reshorted it at 48 cents. Now we're sitting at 43 cents. So basically the market validating what I thought of this press release, that this is basically a bankruptcy proceeding is what it is. Not officially, but basically the market's treating it like a bankruptcy. So that's working out really well. Man, all these other things working out great too. Big swing positions in ACHR, SMSI, Sabre, Overstock doing okay. PSQH holding its own. Apron doing really well right now. So everything going well except, wow, ACHR, unfortunately, and I got in with size. Last night, we're killing it. We got in at like $6.10. It went all the way to $8. We're making lots of money. And then I got back in on the pullback. And man, I've been trying to figure out how to get out. I've sold some shares for a loss and I'm waiting for bounces. They're not coming. Why did this happen? This happens once in a while, man. It's the press release was a little bit deceptive. So we went through it this morning, all the positives of the press release. And there are still many positives in there, right? They're still getting investment from Stellantis. They're still getting investment from United Airlines. They're still getting an investment from ARKK. They still got the FAA approval. They're still delivering this plane to the United States Air Force. All of that's happening. But what was deceptive is Boeing. It says here Boeing is investing. No, Boeing's not really investing. This settlement here, and was not in the press release. The devil was in the details in the SEC filing. So they did a settlement with Whisk. Now, Whisk is owned by Boeing. So let me get in here. Okay, well, there's not the full press release, but Whisk, here it is. Whisk, ARKK, and Boeing reach agreement, settle litigation, enter an autonomous flight collaboration. This was really everything regarding the collaboration and regarding Boeing's involvement and Boeing investing was just a way for Boeing and their wholly owned subsidiary Whisk to just get a lot of money in the form of warrants, free warrants from ACHR. That's really what happened here. And they kind of hid that. They were deceptive about that in the press release. You would really have no idea unless you dug into the SEC filings. And that's why the stock is giving it all back. Okay, there's millions of warrants that are exercisable immediately by Whisk, which Boeing owns. And not only that, Boeing's investment is not really an investment. In exchange for that investment, they're going to get more free warrants. So they're just like, buying free shares, that's not free. They're paying something for some free shares, and then they're also getting like additional warrants for other services. They have to use Whisk exclusively, which was kind of expected in a collaboration that they're using Whisk exclusively. So the main big deception in the press release is that Boeing is not really an investor here. All right. They're giving money, but they're going to get a lot back with free warrants. So net, they're getting paid. All right. It's not like a vote of confidence from Boeing. And that's why this failed. And I got suckered in. I made a mistake. My size was too big. And man, my account should be up huge today. It should be up huge because everything else we have is working great. And man, I should have gone in much bigger size on CANO. I nailed that analysis that this was basically a bankruptcy. So, you know what? It just kind of goes to show you that when it comes to size, perhaps one way to do it is just maybe like set size for each trade or something like that, or just like make sure you don't break rules and go too overweight, because sometimes when you think you're right, you end up being wrong. If I had like half of the position of what I had in ACHR, if I had that in CANO, wow, I would have been up huge today. So it's all about allocation. Look, we're right on like 7 things out of 8, and I'm taking it on the chin. So All right, that's the difference between analysis and execution. So tough to come here today and tell you about that. But you know what? Percentage-wise, in terms of number of calls, I mean, just lots of accurate calls from the CANO. And again, the swing positions we established yesterday, and the ACHR holding its gains on a tough day for the market. We're going to talk about QQQ, how it's cracking the 50 DMA. Continuation, another 15% day in SMSI, holding all those, looking for a target of now at this point 175, possibly all the way to 208, but I would say 175. RSI is getting stretched, so 175 is your target. Hit 167, 175. I did sell a little smidgen at 161 on its way to 175. Okay, so that's working out great. Sabre on its way to 6 to 8. That's working out great. On a day like today, up 4%. Is that another new high? Let's see. Ooh, not barely. I hope this busts out of 570 to make it more clear so that this doesn't look like a double top on the chart and we can keep on going. So Sabre looking really good. Let me check my Rumble. Okay, we're on Rumble and YouTube. Great. So if you have any questions, put it in because I got to go manage this. Oh my gosh, it's down even further. This ACHR position. By the way, there's strong support at 550, which is why I wasn't dying to what am I going to do? Sell at 570, sell at 580 because it's going to 550? Well, it's maybe like 540. And then I anticipate it will bounce off of that level around 540, 550. So not looking pretty right now. Okay, anyway, I'm going to try to make this quick so I can go manage that. But if you have any questions, start putting it in the chat right now, okay? So that's SMSI looking good. Sabre looking good. ACHR, I'm looking for a double on that within the next few weeks. Looking good. Overstock was looking good until just a second ago. What happened with ARKK? ARKK is taking on the chin. Okay, so ARKK is down. Overstock is going to kind of move with ARKK. We're hoping for some separation today. We're getting that separation. It's still overperforming today. But man, for Overstock to work, we really need ARKK to find the bottom. Let's look at that ARKK here. I just did the show with Rex, and I'm thinking we can find the bottom of the 20-week moving average right over here at 42. The problem is not 42, like 41.60. The problem is the QQQ is looking really bad. Okay, it's below the 50-day moving average. You have your leaders breaking down in NVIDIA, in SMCI. Look at NVIDIA looking really ugly below this 50-day. SMCI looking really ugly also below the 50-day. All of these charts, and then when you're below these moving averages, what you got to do is then go to the look at Archer. It's actually hitting that 550. My gosh. Okay, what you got to do is go to the weeklies. So weekly here, this can go to like 350 or so. We're at 365. We can go to 350 on QQQ. So this is the problem I'm dealing with. I want ARKK to find a bottom. It looks like it's near a bottom on that 20-week moving average. But if the QQQ goes all the way to 350, I mean, that's going to be a tall order to ask the market to rotate rather than sell everything. We're going to tell the market, rotate out of your mega caps and get into the risk assets. I hope that's what happens. That's been my base case for a couple weeks. But when you see this, it makes it tough. It makes it tough to believe that's going to happen when you see the leaders really taking it on the chin. And SPY, by the way, just a little bit of more room to the 50-day moving average on the SPY, which we told you about this morning. It looks like it's told you it might touch that today or Monday, and it's on the way there. 442, 443 on SPY. So things are not looking pretty. I do have hope that this is a rotation out of the mega caps and into some of the risk assets, but it's also a little bit tougher fundamentally for that to happen because PPI came in hot today. So PPI coming in hot, that means higher interest rate expectations, which is bad for risk assets and bad for ARKK. So there's a lot of doubt right now and a lot of concern, and things could get a lot worse, unfortunately. But let's see if we can hang in there. All right, and then there's two other stocks in our universe that we're swinging that's looking okay right now. Apron, do I have the full chart on Apron here? I do. Okay, so Apron's looking good. It's holding this 50-day moving average. And you know what? This is a longer-term swing at this point. So I'm not playing it day to day. We're holding it, and it could be a multi-bagger. A couple developments need to happen. I don't think a big move is imminent at all. May need another quarter or two. May need management to come out. When they come out and say, hey, we can reach profitability without a raise, or if they cancel the ATM, that'll be great. We talked to Chris Tuttle yesterday. He was talking to management. If they come out and say ATM's canceled, then boom, this thing's off to the races. And who knows, that's possible they're going to do that. GNSS, William's asking about. So let's see. Let's check. GNSS is up. Nice. So GNSS, they did have a slight beat. And I didn't go into this because I read this press release, and in here they're talking about their guidance for the next quarter. It says, based on existing orders and orders currently in contracting, we secured over 5 million AR. Okay, we anticipate, that wasn't that what I read. With recurring revenue up 40 and more confident than ever. I read something. Business Outlook. Here we go. While our hardware pipeline continues to grow, delays in closing associated orders continue to challenge this year's revenues. As a result, we're realigning our resources accordingly. Expect fiscal 2023 to be down from fiscal 2022. So I didn't go in because of this, but I know there was someone on social media who was tagging me and pushing me on GNSS and says there's other things, good things going on. So they're closer to the story. It looks like they were right today. So congratulations. I'm just not following GNSS closely enough to be able to say, let's get in there. We did give you XELB this morning as an earnings winner. I tried to get in $1.93, had a limit order, didn't fill. It's $1.94. So that's the story. And everything else, like really bad earnings. And the rest of these GVOs up, even despite the bad earnings, maybe because of that catalyst we gave you a couple days ago, getting a step closer to getting that massive loan from the government, $950 million loan from the Department of Energy. So maybe that's what's keeping the stock up, but I'm not sure. I don't know it well, and I was not on the conference call or anything like that. All right, let's head on back over to the morning show list to see if there's anything else we need to cover besides my failure in ACHR. Okay, painful failure in ACHR. Okay, so CANO looking good. We're still short in that. Man, should have shorted more. SMSI 175 looking good. Everything's looking good here. Overstock, we really need ARK to cooperate if we're going to see overstock go up. So that's not necessarily looking great just at this particular moment. And look at that, like our SMCI is really turning over. Man, we did sell all of NVIDIA because when we saw SMCI have that light guidance, we did sell all of our NVIDIA, and we got back in, though. And we also sold SMCI before earnings, but we got back into SMCI around 280 or so, and now it's really breaking down. This is really ugly. I mean, where is support? I don't even know where support is. 240 maybe? Like it used to be the resistance here on May 30th, and it was support over here on June 8th. That's support. I don't know. Is it down here at 211? Look, these are the week. Oh my gosh! Hold on a second. Okay, there's a weekly. Here are the weekly candles, and here at 215. I don't know, man. I do not know where the support is on SMCI. 38 RSI. So this is a tough one. We're stuck in. That's really the only thing we have that's like down. Is SMCI, and then this bad trade in ACHR. Our other picks doing really, really, really well. And, just a shame. I should be celebrating today because we have like 9 out of 10 picks that are great, but this ACHR is killing me. All right, with that, let's see. I don't see any other questions in the queue, so I got to make it a little shorter. My partner around, I have to handle the trading. So thanks for joining us, guys. Appreciate this bigger crowd today. We'll see you. If you want to join, by the way, every morning, 9 a.m. Eastern, give you lots of good picks. Percentage-wise, most of them work out, so you got to manage your risk, come up with a system that works. In case we're wrong on one of our top picks, right, you'll be able to get through it and do well overall. So if you want a part of that, you can join StoryTrading.com/app, download our app, get a free trial. See us Monday morning at 9 a.m. And we have an app, by the way. Let me just showcase you here. Still a lot of work to do on our app. We have chat rooms. You got a watch list over here. Here's there we go. Where's my watch list? Oh, there. Oh, it's loading. So I got some things to do here. So we got a watch list. We have a data mine consolidated news feed for all your watch lists. We have a consolidated Benzinga alerts on why it's moving. Lots of information over here that people can comment on and stuff. So you get access to all this. And then if you go over to the community section, calendar, you see pre-market prep. And you'll see the one bad call on ACHR long and CANO short. That was a good one. So hop on over to storytrading.com/app and get a free trial there. And we'll see you Monday morning at 9 a.m., folks. Thanks for joining. Take care.